Okay, welcome back everybody for round 3 of FTRL Season 17. Champions Cup, you join us today at Suzuka. Everybody just setting off qualifying now. Format today will be the same as for the previous 2 weeks, so we're going to have two 15-minute sprint races. The first race will be qualifying, as we see now, 6 minutes of qualifying will determine the grid order, and second race will be somewhat reversed, but the amount of cars that will be reversed will be determined by a random number draw performed live on stream, hopefully, and then race 3 will be a 40-minute endurance race with tyre and fuel wear in reverse championship order grid. So let's see if we've got any early birds in. Feber, Cartman. Good evening, guys. How you doing? Let me know what you think of tonight. What is that on T. Smith's helmet? There's a question nobody's asked before. I'm struggling to get a good look at it. Can't quite make it out who it is. Maybe it's him. Who knows? Anyway. T. Smith leads us out qualifying. Jonesy, Aaron, Linusy and Ross form a bit of a train, looking to pick up a bit of slipstream. We've got Lee and Cusker on the way around as well, and a new racer with us tonight, Ismail Truth, so welcome to him. Let's see how he gets on. Our first, I believe, feel free to correct me, our first Turkish driver. Blue flag. Greg joins us today, good to see him here. Mikey, Panda, Andy, Zom and Pagani, so we've got a full grid of 15 today. Zom, I believe, stepping in for Junkie Sport, who's unable to race tonight. So, just coming round for the start of the first flying lap. While we wait for that, let's have a look at standings after week 2. So there they are, you should be able to see them on screen now. Driver standings, it's tight at the top, only 3 weeks in admittedly, but Cusker and T. Smith both on 71 points. So T. Smith with 2 wins, but Kuska's been far more consistent. A couple of second places, 3 second places actually, and 2 third places for Kuska. So third, 4th places. So yeah, he's keeping up consistent results, even coming through the pack as Kuska. See somebody briefly off in the gravel there. Oh, it's Smell Truth. He's going round. Get that out of the way. So yeah, Kuska's been pretty consistent so far. More than can be said for my chat window, which is going absolutely ape at the minute. I don't know why. There we go, that's a bit better. Cartman obviously cheering on Nessie and Kuska. So yeah, Kuska's had a really good start, so let's see how it gets on. It'll be interesting to see. Is the Mercedes good around here? Possibly. Got some opportunity to use the power, absolutely, but quite a few sort of... No, I don't know. I think the Mercedes will do alright around here. Plenty of sort of twisty bends, but they're sort of flowing. They're not the sort of slow stop-start that car doesn't really enjoy, so I reckon we might see some good performances from Kuska again tonight. So T. Smith going round, 2:07.1 more or less for his first lap. Slightly quicker than Jonesy. Aaron jumps in just 200 behind. Only time for 1 more lap. We've only got 6 minutes of qualifying here, so you have to get your laps in quick. Lionessi jumping up into 3rd, ahead of Blue Flag and Jonesy. Who else have we got coming around? Panda. Doesn't do too bad. Smell Truth's going to have to set a good lap this time. Kuska does indeed go pole. What's the gap? 100th of a second. It's going to be tough to beat. We'll have to see what T. Smith can do. So Kuska, T. Smith and Aaron. Bieber in the chat backing Ross for a Group 3 win. We'll have to wait and see. We've got 2 races to come before that, but in the Hyundai. Let's see if we can pull it off. Not qualifying so great at the minute, 2.5 seconds off pole. Don't know whether he made a mistake. Let's see what his time's like coming through this split. He's only 6/10 up, but could put himself in the mid-pack. Let's go back to the front. Pagani, half a second clear. He's hanging around at the back of the order in terms of on track. He's now quicker again. That is a monster lap for Pagani, 2:06.5. I've been hearing some claims of low 2:06s in practice from a couple of these guys. So, potentially beatable, but it's going to have to be an absolute stormer of a lap. T. Smith is going to be the first one over the line to finish qualifying, so let's see what he can do. Can he improve on 3rd? Comes around the final corner, 2:06 to beat. It's not looking likely, you have to say. Oh, he's got it! 500ths of a second. Kuska's going to be next over, I think. So we've got a few more ahead of him. Aaron goes back up into 3rd ahead of Kuska. Keep an eye on Kuska as he comes through. Trying to beat now, 2:06.52. The line was a lot closer than I thought it was. I thought T. Smith was way off the pace, but he's nicked it at the minute from Pagani. Here comes Kuska. Final corner at 2:05. I can say confidently this time he won't beat it. 2:06.8 puts him back up into 4th, but that's going to be it for Kuska. Most others have finished. We've got a couple more coming across the line now. Ismail Truth got in with a better lap to put himself into 8th with 2:07.5. Mikey can only manage a 2:15 from his sofa. And here comes Pagani, 2:03, 2:04. It's a good lap. 2:05. Oh, he's got it. He's got it by 3/10. Great lap from Pagani. Did say low 2:06s, and that is a 2:06.2 to take pole. I believe there's only one more coming around, and I can see them going very, very slowly. Yeah, it's on. Still may yet improve on his time from the first lap. Let's see. I think he's still going to be last though. Yeah, but he's pulled 7 seconds out of his first lap time, but still unfortunately not enough. There we go, a quick qualifying. Just 3 laps. Oh my lord, I put it standing, but thank you, Fever. What a disaster. Oh well, at least my peerless commentary would have got you through that. would have known exactly what was going on at all times, even though I understand being bang in the middle of qualifying. Right, just in time for the race. Pagani on pole, T. Smith, Aaron, Kuska, Ross, Lionessy, Panda, Ismail Truth, Lee Cole, Blue Flag, Jonesy, Bread, Anwar, Mikey, and Zom at the back. So 15 minutes of Suzuka. Here we go. Good start for Pagani. T. Smith's under immediate pressure from Kuska, Aaron, and Ross coming up on the outside. Going to be pretty tight going into turn 1 here. Kuska's actually managed to get all the way up into the lead. Fantastic start from him, followed by Pagani. Ross has made his way into 3rd, and now T. Smith is dropping down the order. He's 5th and being challenged on the inside by Aaron. Oh, and he's a bit wide there, pushed a bit wide perhaps. There's a little bit of side-to-side contact, and then back into the track and contact with Lionessy. A bit of 6 of one, half a dozen of the other there, but T. Smith regains 4th place. But the front Kuska is in front, but not too far back to Pagani. Ross in 3rd. Pretty congested further back. Very congested further back. In the background I can see people sliding all over the place. Andy and Bread battling for last place at the minute. Bread leaving nobody in any doubt as to his nationality there. Zom's made his way up to 13th, Mikey 12th. Challenging Blue Flag now. Let's see how this plays out. Oh, that's how it plays out. Mikey's gone barrelling wide into the barriers. He will drop to last as Bread just squeezes through in time. Back to the front, Kuska 3/10 clear of Pagani. Pagani going to be able to make a move. Not wise to make a move into 130R, but definitely the chicane at the end. If you can outbrake, he's not going to go for it yet. There's plenty of time. So the Ukraine livery of JV Kuska leads us round to the end of the first lap. Pagani immediately pulling alongside. Not going to try and get more slipstream down the straight. He's going to go for it, and it is a top speed battle down the straight. Merck has really good top speed, but so does the Viper, and Pagani gets in front. Hits the brakes. It's such a tricky corner to get right, especially if you're trying to pull off an overtake. Pagani's done brilliantly there. So he goes into the lead. Kuska in 2nd, Ross in 3rd. T. Smith, Aaron, now Lionessy just been slightly dropped. He is in 6th place. Let's check out this little battle here for a bit. Lee Cole and Ismail Truth. See how the new ball's getting on. Dragging Panda into this battle here. Mustang just being a bit of a roadblock at the minute for Lee in his Viper. Is there any way through? Again, there's sort of a number of potential overtaking points around here, but none of them are easy. You've got to get it exactly right. Panda a little bit squirrely coming out of there. Oh, Lee getting a bit close there. Coming around the double left-hander. They're all holding position for now. See up on the map in the top right, top 3 have really made a break for it. Nearly 3 seconds between Ross in 3rd and T. Smith in 4th. So these 3 will continue their battle. Pagani's gone defensive there against Kuska. Oh, and he's picked up a penalty, as has Ross. I don't know whether that's for cutting the chicane. That is good news for Kuska. Don't think it's the easiest place to get rid of your penalties around here, so we'll have to see. Some pretty interesting news from GT7 after the latest update from the lobbies and the sort of streams that have been up from various people. It looks like the lobbies are now instigating the rules where you have a penalty zone, like is the case in the public lobbies and the sort of championships and stuff. But it looks like that's come to private lobbies as well, which will make it very interesting. Not here at GT Sport, obviously, so Garni and Ross will just have to try and slow down momentarily in order to try and kill some of that penalty over the rest of the race, which is a lot more doable. But if those penalty zones come in, that's it's an interesting change for the private lobbies. I think it's a good one. Garni a bit wide there, but can go wide there as long as you keep it off the gravel. Okay for now. Rossi's seeing there, just killing a bit of that penalty down to 1.1 from 1.5 already, so should be alright to get rid of the rest of that before the end of the race. And this little train now starting to catch up again with the top three. That gap was nearly 3 seconds between Ross and T-Smith. It's now 1.8, 1.9. So we'll see how that develops. Might still be a chance. T-Smith and Aaron probably working together here to try and get back into it. Yeah, Phoebe said in the chat there, Watkins going being added to GT7 as well. That's also good news. Looks like the game is finally going in the right direction, but this has been such good racing at the start of the season. There's no question of us cutting this championship short. It's definitely going to continue. 8 weeks, so after this week we've got another 5 weeks to go. Definitely see that through, regardless of the changes. So give us plenty of time to get some practice and some testing done as well. So Aaron's still following T-Smith around. As I said, I don't think he's looking to make a move. They're just trying to help each other along and catch up. 2 attempts there. Fastest lap of the race goes to Pagani, 2:06.6. Only a few tenths quicker than Kuska, but Kuska's still with him. Pagani's still got that second penalty, so you can imagine he's trying to break clear with a toe. Needs a couple more tenths first. He's got a bit of space to try and lay down some lap times now. 2:07 flat is pretty handy. Not really catching Aaron though. Not sure what's happened to Lee. And there he is, 14. Oh dear. Something's gone wrong for Lee. 2:22 on the last lap. That leaves Panda and Ismail Truth to battle it out for 7th. See if the new man can make a move. Nice and tight around the apex there. Panda taking a wider line, trying to get the power down with the Mustang. Nothing yet for Ismail. We'll see how he goes. Red's had a good start. Slipped down early on, but he's back up to 10th, chasing down Jonesy. Porsche should be pretty handy around here. See actually Brett as well, setting a 2:07 flat. Good lap time. Might you be able to make a move here out of 130R? Let's see. Nice line. Has he got the pace? Not this time. Still 10th for Brett, ahead of Blue Flag. Zom out on his own a bit. And Lee now making moves to try and catch up and get past Andy for 30. Oh, Mikey. Not really been a solid lap yet set for Mikey. Now he's out on his own. He's managed to get in a decent time. 2:08, but he's got a long way to catch up. So back at the front, lap 5, 6 minutes to go, so we're going to get only 4 more laps, I think, the front runners. Pagani's still ahead, but he's still got that 1 second penalty. He's not managed to get rid of any of it. Ross is still there, but slipped back a bit from Kuska now. Not quite able to keep up the pace. Aaron and T-Smith are still trying to help each other, but it's not really working at the minute. In fact, Aaron's got past T-Smith. who had a relatively poor fourth lap, so Aaron up into fourth, and now Lioness chasing him down as well. And now there's been some movement here. Ismail Truth has got past Panda, and Panda, this has happened on this lap somewhere. Panda's dropped nearly 5 seconds to him and has fallen back into the clutches of Jonesy, so there's definitely been an incident there that we've missed. Kuska's set at 2:06.2. Catch back up with Pagani. I mean, he's not caught up much. Pagani's at 2:06.3, but Kuska is absolutely not giving this up. Using the toe to help him, just sitting in that slipstream. Question is, does he look to catch up and go for a move on Pagani, or does he just rely on that penalty? Wait for Pagani to try and drop it somewhere. Could feasibly do it. Doesn't necessarily need to make a move at this point, and this is something that Pagani's got to think about. It's going to be a very good race for Kuska if it stays like this even. He'll certainly move to the top of the table, but he'll want that win. He's not got a win yet. He'll want this one, and he'll think he's in a good position. 3 laps to go. This is looking more and more like a 2-horse race, although if there is any sort of incident between these two, Ross is still there and only a couple of seconds back. Kuska's gone purple again by a couple of tenths. Surely we can't see a 2:05, can we? From one of these two. Thrown it round that corner. Some really good driving from Kuska. Aaron T. Smith and Lioness are very much a 3 now. Lioness getting himself back involved. Bread is trying to hunt down Blue Flag. He's lost the place there. A poor lap 5 for Bread. Oh, who's that going around? Oh, Andy. Out on his own. Just saw him rotating in the background. He's going to be passed by Zom and dropped to 14th. Give Mikey a slight glimmer of hope, but it would have done if Mikey hadn't thrown in a 2:19. The sofa clearly not working for Mikey. Whoa! Easy now. Kuska's getting ever closer. Just showing his nose a little there, just maybe thinking about a move. Not going to happen this time. Ah, what happened there? We're missing all the action in race 1 here. Keep ending up in the wrong place. Ross is 7th. Now he was pretty much on his own. There wasn't anyone near him, so he must have just spun off. He's at a 2:15 there. That's really cost him. He's now sat in behind Ismail Truth, who gained another place, up to 6th place. Oh, and where's Ross going again? Desperate to get himself some more penalties is Ross. Wide he goes. Really having some troubles here as we come on to the penultimate lap. He now slips back towards Panda in 8th, so it very much is a 2-horse race now. Garni still leads, 4/10 of a second back to Kuska, both of them slicing across that corner. I think you can cut that quite a lot without getting a penalty. Garni goes quite wide again. He's taking a much different line to Kuska out of that corner, that right-hander. No idea what happened to Ross. Unsafe release, my friend. How you doing? Good to see you again, mate. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, we're back on the live racing. We're back on the commentary. There's nothing better. Especially with some of the racing we've been seeing in this season. Looks like we're heading towards another really difficult to predict finish. Pagani is holding his own, setting the pace. Kuska is matching him and at times exceeding him. Whether he could get past or not is another matter. Pagani has still got that second penalty, and now he's only got a fraction over a lap to get rid of it. Aaron and T. Smith now 3rd and 4th. That will limit the damage in terms of points for T. Smith slightly, especially if he can get past Aaron. He'll only be a place behind Kuska, assuming the front two stay as they are, but that is a big assumption as we come on to the final lap. A 2:06.151 from Pagani and a 2:06.196 from Kuska. Ridiculous pace from these two. Pagani has to try and do something about that penalty though, and there he is trying to bleed it off. He's going to let Kuska get ahead. He's got rid of it now, but that's opened up a real gap. We've got some finishers further back. Ross finishes in 7th after his incident on the last lap. Panda 8, Jonesy, blue flag, Lee Cole, red in 12th, sorry. Zom is going to come through for 13th, a few seconds ahead of Andy, and Mikey will finish in last. So back to the front. Pagani has managed to shake his penalty, but that's putting 9/10 of a second behind Kuska, and barring a mistake, you've got to think that it's Kuska's to lose now. T. Smith is challenging Aaron here. He wants that 3rd place. He's going to make the move. Not this time. Lioness looking interested as well. Pagani's cut the gap to 6/10, and he will have slipstream down the back straight and into 130R. So let's see if he can make it happen. Here he comes. The gap is now less than half a second. Ethan is still just behind Aaron, so we'll keep an eye on that. But for now, it's the battle for the front. Garney's gaining 3/10. Kuska will be feeling the pressure. This is a much slower lap from both of these. Obviously, Pagani getting rid of a penalty. Last chance for Pagani. He looks like maybe he's not close enough. Can he take the chicane well? Maybe get a really good run to the line? I think Kuska's got the edge. He's blocking the way. Pagani did get the better exit, but he can't find a way through. It's a run to the line, but Kuska's going to take it by 1/10. Great drive from both of them, absolutely astonishing. And in the background, Aaron holds off T. Smith, who holds off Linus for 5th, and a really good debut drive from Ismail Truth. Kept his head. We said in qualifying, get your mistakes out of the way. He certainly did that. Didn't make any, picked up places as others span off, and finishes in 6th. That's a great result, I think. First win of the season for JEV Kuska. Well done, mate. Great drive. So, that was race 1. And now, we head towards the Wheel of Truth for race 2. So, what you will see on the screen shortly, and I will remember to get rid of it after we've finished this time. Again, thank you, Fever. And what you see on here is the wheel, numbers 7 through 15. And this will determine which places are reversed. So I'm going to spin the wheel. Let's go. And we are looking at number 10. Right, first thing I'm going to do, make sure I get rid of that. Right, I'll let the lobby get set up and we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Okay, we're back for the start of race 2. So number 10 was spun on the FTRL wheel. I might trademark that. If I can think of a better name anyway. What that means, therefore, is that the finishing positions from race 1, 1st through 10th, will be reversed. So we'll have a look now, because I can't remember all the finishing positions. We'll have a look now and see how that works out. So, race 2, your partially reversed grid, 1st through 10th, looks like this. The lucky man is FTRL Blue Flag. He gets to start on pole. Jonesy in 2nd, Panda, Ross, Ismail, Lioness, T. Smith, Aaron, Pagani, Kuska, and then Lee Cold Red, Zorm, and at the back. Yay. Let's see what Blue Flag can do. If he can get into the first corner ahead, he stands a good chance of getting a good result in this race. We're away. It's a decent start from Blue Flag, but a better one from Jonesy. He's got off the line really well there, and here comes Ross again. He had a fantastic start in race 1. He might be able to do the same here. Blue Flag has not had the start he needed. He's already down in 5th. 4th, 5th. Yeah, he's going to be beaten by Lioness around the inside, so Blue Flag down to 5th, unfortunately for him. Jonesy takes the lead, closely followed by Ross. This could be an opportunity for Ross here. If he can get past Jonesy and get away, he's got the pace. Can Ross find a way through? Nothing yet. Here comes Panda as well, looking interested. Lioness not too far behind. Somebody flashing their lights a bit further back. It's Andy. Lee Collar's managed to drop down to the back in amongst first lap shenanigans, so not sure what happened to him. So I'm in 12th, there's Bread. Pagani has made his way down, I'll say down, that was pretty much where he started. Ismail Truth has suffered a bit at the start of this race. He's now being overtaken by Pagani, so Pagani gets the move done up the inside of that tight left-hander and into 9th. He's just behind Aaron, and it's T. Smith and Kuska side by side, challenging for 6th and 7th with Blue Flag just ahead of them. Blue Flag will not be liking what he is seeing in his mirrors right now. T. Smith has got the inside though for 130R, but he ducks back in, not wanting to cause an incident. It's a smart play on the first lap from T. Smith. Looks around to the outside. Blue Flag is going to hold both of them off. A little bit of contact on the apex there. Blue Flag hits the second part of that chicane well though and gets out alive. So he maintains 5th place, but maybe not for much longer. Jonesy leads still as we come around for the start of lap 2, closely followed by Ross. It looks like Blue Flag is going to come under a lot of pressure here from T. Smith. He goes defensive. Old T. Smith looks for a late dive down the inside, can't find the space. There's never any space when Blue Flag is around, you can be sure of that. T. Smith still looking for a way through. Up at the front, Ross has got the lead. He's managed to inch his way past Jonesy. Jonesy looking to retaliate down the inside here. Can he find a gap? Not quite. It looks like Ross is going to get ahead, and he does. So Ross is up into 1st. Can he use this opportunity to get away? Lioness is going to be very interested in getting past Jonesy quickly if he can. Ross still holds the lead. Oh, a late move from Jones down the inside. There's a little bit of contact. I'm going to call that as clean enough, I think. I don't think it was anything too bad. It looked, to be fair, it looks like Jones has let Ross have that position back, but it's dangerous to do that. He's got to try and hold off Lionessi and Panda, who's come barreling forward from 4th place to try and get himself involved here. Somehow these 4 have held the same order as they come out of the double left. Oh, it's getting very interesting further back. Still T. Smith, Aaron and Kuska. In fact, T. Smith's made a little bit of room for himself and now challenging Blue Flag for 5th. And now it's Kuska and Aaron and Pagani getting involved. Kuska now down to 8th as Aaron takes it from him. And they're 4 wide coming into the final chicane. Ismail Truth makes the move up to 7th. Fantastic move from him. Sees off Pagani, Kuska and Aaron. Wow. There's some great driving here. I don't know how we haven't had an accident yet in this race. Pagani will not be happy though, and he's looking for a way past Ismail here. Makes it count round the outside. What a move from Pagani. You've got to be very, very brave to make that move there. It's so easy to just go sailing off on turn 1 as you try and feather the brakes into the shot, into the gradually increasing level of curve. Lovely move from Pagani there. Ismail knows he is in a fight, he is in a league here. He would have very quickly figured that out. We've seen a few people actually, not saying that this is true of Ismail because I don't know, but we've seen a few people come into this league, I think, over the years, fairly obviously thinking they would just blow everyone away, and they very quickly learned the truth. Safe to say I wasn't one of those. I was fairly confident I was going to be stuck at the back for a few seasons, as turned out to be the case. Blue Flag is making a challenge back on T. Smith here. He's gone a bit wide into the hairpin though. T. Smith gets him around the outside and looks to challenge Panda now for 4th, so T. Smith is making moves while the guys behind him battle. Blue Flag is still there though, he's not giving it up. Still holding on to 5th. This is a great race so far, it really is. Panda in 4th. Jonesy has now slipped back down to 3rd while we were looking at the action further back, and that's let Lionessi and Ross get away. So Ross leads by 6/10. Coming down the back straight here. Lionessi will probably not let him get away. You can see just how much more combative this second race has been. Whoa, where's Jonesy going? Where's T. Smith going for that matter? Both of them running wide there. Jonesy a little slow out of the final chicane. Panda is right on his tail. Blue Flag is there as well. And that little trip wide has cost T. Smith. Pagani's ahead of him, and now he's under real pressure from Ismail. Ross now finally with a bit of clear air to setting a 2:06.8 out the front. That is going to let him start to get away, although he's definitely bringing Lionessi with him. This is the real battle to be watching here between 5th, 6th place. Blue Flag's actually got himself a bit of room behind him now, looking to challenge Jonesy. So 6th Pagani, 7th for T. Smith, 8th for Ismail Truth, 9th for Aaron, Kuska 10th, just ahead of Lee Cole. So not quite working out for Kuska this race so far. Consistency has been his key so far, but he's got a lot of work to do. He's still got all the big hitters ahead of him as well. It's not good news for him. Lee is 11th following him. Andy is still there in the fight as well. Zom a bit further back, just ahead of Mikey, and it's not gone so well for Bread this time at 2:15 on lap 3, means he is right at the back of the pack. Ross is now just starting to pull a little bit of a lead. Oh, thanks Faber for filling in for that question. Basically co-commentator at this point. Do you want to get in the booth? I'll happily have you in, mate. Some sort of award for Faber in the chat for backstopping and filling in for my inadequacies. What we didn't go over is things just start to... Actually, before I do that, let's take a look at this, because Blue Flag's in trouble again, and this time he's facing up with Pagani, who's literally on his bumper coming through 130R. Blue Flag does come to the inside as Aaron goes wide in the background this time, and that's going to put him under pressure. He's 9th, just ahead of Kuska. He is right there as well. All of these guys, Lee in 11th, through Pagani and Blue Flag in 5th, separated by 2 seconds at the moment. That's 7 cars separated by 2 seconds on track. and he's not that far behind them either. Kuska has found his way past Aaron through turn 1. Not really a lot of room to retaliate rounds. Sort of sweeping S-bends unless somebody makes a mistake, which is beyond the realms of possibility. It's quite easy to push it a little too hard around the first sector here. Just run wide, but Kuska holds on. Difficult to know where to look at the minute. There's action all over the place. Still, just up ahead, Pagani has made his way forward. T. Smith has now dropped back a little bit. It's Pagani making the moves, but Jonesy still holds third place from Panda. And the two Fords are going to form a significant roadblock here. Pagani gets alongside, but Panda has the inside line, and he will have the inside again through the second half of the corner and holds on. Everybody is just concertinaing up behind him though. There'll be 3 cars directly in his rear view mirror. Ross still leads. Lioness challenging now though. He's pulled back that gap. 3 laps remaining for the front runners after this one. Ross leads by only 3/10 from Lioness. Jonesy is holding third place. Getting not a good run out of that chicane there again. We've seen that a couple of times now. Panda getting a much better launch off the final corner. And he's now pulled alongside. He's taking Pagani with him. Is Pagani going to look to overtake, or will he perhaps get close enough to give Panda a bump? Not quite. Panda still holds the inside line into turn 1 there. They're going to go side by side. Jonesy tries to hit the brakes. He's very wide into the corner. There's a lot of contact and Pagani takes the initiative. Goes up the inside. Bit of a wiggle as he clipped the grass coming off the inside of that corner. Pagani. How it all settles out is Panda is 3rd, Pagani is 4th. Jonesy is still there in 5th, backing up into blue flag, and now T. Smith, who's picked up a half-second penalty somewhere. Kuska has now made his way up to 8th ahead of Ishmael. Aaron in 9th. Sorry, Aaron in 10th. Still closely followed by Lee Cole, and Andy is staying in the pack as well. No change at the rear. Lioness has taken the lead. Lioness has taken the lead from Ross. He is now 7/10 clear, so there's been a move made there from Lioness. Ross has got the pace to keep up though. He's just got to make sure he stays in the slipstream. He's just ducking back under that 3/4 of a second now. So he can stay there. He'll still have a chance at the win. Panda is 3rd, still from Pagani and Jonesy. Pagani too. It's a real opportunity for him to pick up some points. Pagani currently 4th in the standings on 67, so only 4 points off the lead at the start of today. Obviously claiming that 2nd place behind Kuska in race 1. So real chance for Pagani to move up the leaderboard here. Whoa, where's Jonesy going? Wide again. He will get back on track and hold on ahead of blue flag. He's probably looking behind him more than he's looking ahead as he gets a bump out of the chicane from T. Smith. Gradually managing to bleed that penalty off while holding his place. T. Smith in 7th. Kuska has now made his way back up to 8th ahead of Ismail, Aaron and Lee. And it looks like Lee is keeping a watching brief on these two as Aaron and Ismail battle for 9th. Just an insane standard of driving at this point. As I say that, Jonesy takes a trip to the edge and he's gone. Oh no, cursed him. Absolutely cursed him. Oh, he held on for so long in this race, Jonesy, but just couldn't in the end. Oh, where is Mikey going? A little bit of a wiggle. The Mustangs are going cross country. Near some banjos playing in the background. So not a good race for America. Red in 15th. There's a Mustang in 13th. There's a Mustang in 14th. Where's the other one? another one kicking out somewhere, I think. Oh my lord, is it all kicking off into the hairpin? T. Smith had to hit the brakes to avoid contact with Ismail, and that's dropped into 10th behind Lee Cole. I think, to be honest, Anwar's just having a nice drive at the back, just admiring the carnage ahead of him. Now is his chance to make a move, perhaps. Looking to the inside of T. Smith, flash of the lights as he hits the brakes. A little bit of door-to-door banging there, sends T. Smith a little wide. Oh, and he's sideways. It's contact with Andy as he comes back on. Well, that's managed to keep T. Smith on the level. I think Andy slightly outbraked himself trying to make the overtake, made the first contact with T. Smith, sent him into a half spin. He managed to right himself by virtue of coming back into contact with Andy, so that does relegate both of them. Puts Lee into 9th, just behind Aaron. Ismail Kuskan out to 6th, so these guys starting to settle out, but the race is going to finish for some of these guys, I think. Ross and Lionesi get over the line. Panda makes it as well. Pagani is finished. Pagani, blue flag, great result for him. Kusker in 6th. Aaron in 7th. Lee Cole beats Ismail to the line. He finishes 9th. T. Smith 10th. Andy 11th. Som, Jonesy, Mikey, and Red. So only 3 making it over the line for lap 8 this time. I think it was about 5 or 6. There's the other Mustang. Much better result there for Panda. Fantastic 3rd place for him. Great win for Lionesi if he can hold on. So this will be the battle. Panda is too far back to make any impact on this unless there's some sort of incident. Ross is very much not too far back. 0.2 of a second. Got the fastest lap of the race, 2:06.8. What can he do? What can he do? Not a lot at the moment. The Mercedes looks to be pulling away a little, 0.6 of a second. Ross is still going to have slipstream down, back straight. He's going to need to get a real good run. And it doesn't look like it's happening at the minute. That Mercedes has just got the straight line speed to make it count. Ross finally starting to claw in the gap. All Linus has to do is get these last few corners right. Hangs on, taking it perhaps slightly cautiously, but it's worth it. Hits the brakes into the chicane. Takes it nicely across the apex. It's going to be a fantastic win for Lionesi. And 2 races out of 2 for Team Mercedes. He crosses the line a half second ahead of Ross. Panda comes through for a very, very well-deserved 3rd place. He was under a lot of pressure a lot of the way through that race. Had to make moves in order to get there. So the end of race 2, Lionesi, Ross, and Panda are your top 3. Woo! Well, some of these results are going to make a big difference to the standings. That 2nd place for Ross, I think, to be honest, it's very difficult to work out actually. We're still going to be so tight. What we will do, I think, is while we wait for race 3, is take a look at team standings, which we didn't get to do earlier. Now that we know the first 2 races results, we might be able to see how things are moving around. So these were the team standings at the start of the night. So it was Team Mazda in the lead just by 1 point from Team Mercedes. I think I can pretty confidently say that those two victories are going to be putting Team Mercedes into the lead. Dodge as well, not too far behind, so very, very interesting. Race 3, of course, can be completely different. Longer race, field and tyre wear, Group 3 cars. Anything could happen. It's also reverse championship grid. So what that is going to mean is a pole start for, I believe, to make sure I'm looking at the right thing, Bread. So yeah, we're going to see Bread and Mikey on the front row. Potentially. In fact, because we've got a couple of new guys here, I imagine they will be starting at the front. So certainly there's a chance for Israel. Wow. We've seen that he's got some decent pace. And he can certainly battle. So potentially a chance here as well. We'll see. Evening Junkie. Good to have you on, mate. Maybe you couldn't race tonight. But this is obviously the next best thing. Let me know in the chat what's going on. Who do you think is going to win race 3? Bieber's going for Ross. Not a bad prediction, to be fair. But let me know your thoughts. Let me know who you think is going to win. Let me know what you think of the racing so far. Let me know what you're drinking. Cartman going for Kuska. Surprise, surprise. Or Nessie. we need some loyalty, especially in these times. A bit of loyalty never goes amiss. Tyre wear we saw was definitely a factor. Some of these guys, and certainly around Suzuka, it's going to be tricky to keep hold of your tyres. I'll say that much. We certainly saw the difference all topless last week. Not so much that you need to change necessarily earlier, but tyres just do start to go off and just lose a bit of pace towards the end of the stint, to be honest. Although we did see a couple of few stops last week, but I think they were mainly where people had spun out or had incidents. The one stop last week was generally the way to go. That may be different around here. We'll have to see. We know by and large who is best at looking after their tyres. Sort of main candidates in that. Certainly T. Smith. Kuska does a pretty good job as well, from what I'm seeing. The guys who are not so good at looking after their tyres, me. Although I'm not racing, but I'm still going to. I'm still going to throw my hat in the ring for that one. Pagani, by the look of it, doing a quick burnout with 1 minute warning to go. Yeah, let's see how everyone gets on. Let me know what you think, chat. Mio. I have no idea what that is, Beaver. I'm gonna have to look it up. Alright, I've looked it up. I still have no idea. Right, here we go, race 3. Ismail Troop does start on first with Som, second, Fred, Mikey, Andy, Panda, Jonesy, Blue Flag, Lee Cole, Lionessy, Aaron, Pagani, Ross, T. Smith, and Kuska at the back. Rolling start here for the 40-minute race. Gives the guys at the back a little bit more to do. Caffeine. That'll get you through. Not that you need stimulant to get you through an FTRL race, but nonetheless, here we go. Meltrick leads from the start. Being his first race, he may not have realised that he was going to be starting on pole. We'll see how it affects him. Got Zom following him down to turn 1. A little bit of weaving to warm up the tyres for Ismail. Makes his way in. Let's see if anybody gets caught out by the first corner. Mikey does. Down to 6th. A bit further back, Blue Flag is just in front of Lee Cole, which will make Lee very, very happy indeed, I'm sure. Everybody else looks to have got through okay. T. Smith at the back at the moment. Really made a break for it as well. 2.5 seconds nearly from Zom. Red is closing in on Zom as well. Not sure how much practice being a reserve, not sure how much practice Zom has had around here recently. Bread in the other Porsche is certainly closing in. Oh, he's getting a bit wild. Cutting the curb there, but he still managed to make the move around the outside of Zom. Oh, just about hanging on. I was speaking about tyre wear. It's not going to do him any good, but it has got him second place. Zom running a little bit wide on the exit, and that's going to give Brett a bit of room to scamper away and try and get after Ismail. He's made a very, very promising start here. Toyota just run away to the tune of 3 seconds on the opening lap. Panda and Mikey, who's recovered, is now following his teammate. Pretty much identical liveries. Go by the numbers. And of course the giant usernames above their car. Panda and Mikey coming through. Jonesy not too far behind. And now there's a battle forming further back. Lionessy, Blue Flag and Pagani. Pagani's gone right to the outside immediately. Maybe looking to make that move around the outside of turn 1 again, although Blue Flag cuts in front of him. Trying to hold off Lionessy, but he hasn't managed it. Lionessy gets in front. Oh, and a bit further back, Aaron looking to get interested. Oh, Mikey's off on turn 1 again. Disaster for Mikey. He's lost his head a bit. Oh, gives Kuska a clump as he goes into the wall. Kuska survives. Mikey's in the wall. Now got a lot to do, but it is a long race. Keep your head up, Mikey. Andy in 14th, T. Smith now up to 13th, Cusker in 12th, Ross, Aaron, Garney, Blue Flag, those three closest on track at the minute, you would think. Ryan actually wants to try and get away from that battle if he can. Utilise the fact that Garney is putting pressure on Blue Flag, and Blue Flag will defend for his life. Ryan actually want to make sure he opens a bit of a gap. Bread has got a little bit clearer of Zom. Good news there. Smell really setting the pace. We'll have a look at the respective lap times as they come over for the end of lap 2. For now, Lee Cole is looking very interested in getting past Jonesy here. I like that livery of Jonesy's, very nice. So across the line they come for the start of lap 3 as everyone hoses into view. Lionessi still holds 7th from Pagani, who has now managed to get past Blue Flag and is now hunting Lionessi down. A chance for Pagani to make a move. Next up in Blue Flag's rearview mirror is Aaron, who will not be hard to miss in the Cyan Atenza. Ross is there in 11th, Cusker in 12th. D. Smith a little bit further back, maybe potentially just managing his tyres. Fastest lap at the minute though is the man in front. Now setting a 1:59.4 on lap 2. See how he gets on. Fred not too far behind that, about a second back, 2 minutes 0.5, but quicker than Zom, so he is getting away. Let's see who is setting much quicker laps than that as we get a bit further back into the generally slightly quicker drivers. You see the times dropping to 2 minutes ish, maybe a 1:59 here and there. Further back, Cusker is looking very interested in getting past Ross here. Nothing there yet for Cusker. Let's see if he can find a way through. They approach 130R. Takes a nice tight line. Hits the curb on the outside. He may be close enough to make a move on Ross here. Looks down the inside into the hairpin. That's a terrible camera angle. Not got it done this time. Not enough room. T. Smith now catching back up. Oh, where's Andy going? Where's Andy gone? Where's he gone? There he is. Still on the track. Mikey, 13 seconds further back now. 5.3 second lead for Ismail Trick. He sets another fastest lap, 1:59.18. Versus Bread's 2 minute 0.1. So Bread getting quicker as well. Not as quick as the man in front, who's stretching his lead to the tune of about a second a lap at the minute. It's going to be very difficult if he keeps up that pace for anyone to stop him. I will say this now, and it is not an attempt at a jinx. I don't want that to happen. We have a habit of debut wins here in FTRL. In their first week, a surprising number of people managed to pull off a win. So we'll see if that trend continues. Looking pretty good at the moment. So I'm still holding his own in third, but Panda... Oh, where's Panda going? Oh, I was just about to say he's catching up. That can happen around there. You take your eye off the ball. It's not exactly... Oh, it sort of tricks you. That little bend up towards Spoon just sort of tricks you into thinking you don't really need to steer. You do need to steer into it, and that can happen. All of a sudden, your left-hand side tyres are on the grass, and you are off into the wall. It's happened to me. And they're down to 6th. Gifts 5th place to Pagani. I'd be very happy about that. Especially given where his main title rivals are at the minute. Kuska is 10th, Eastman is 12th, Ross is 11th. And who was that going wide? I think it was Kuska. All sorts of fighting going on back here. This is not helping these guys at all. They may get ahead of one another if they win the battle, but they're certainly going to lose the war, and the man they're going to lose the war to is Pagani at the minute. 5th place, setting 1:59, so he's catching up with the guys ahead of him, as is Lionessi. Zom will be coming into Lion territory soon. Here he comes. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. Oh, Zom. Just took my eye off the screen for a second there to check something. And I looked back and Zom was sideways. That's unfortunate, but Zom back into 11th now. 7-second lead at the front for Ismail from Bread. Pagani is 5 seconds further back and lapping. Not really any quicker than Bread at the minute. Bread is picking up the pace. 1:59.7 on his last lap. Let's see how he does this lap. He's just coming towards the end of the lap now, so we'll stick with Bread. Let's see how he does. Gets the Porsche rotated nicely. Away he comes, heading towards the outside of the track, coming over for a 2 minutes 0.8, bit slower from Bread that time, and that is allowing Pagani to catch up. Pagani can set to 1:59.5. Behind him, Lionessi comes over the line. Panda's picked up a slight penalty, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem for him. Jonesy is now being challenged ever more by Lee Cole. A little bit of contact coming into turn 1 there. Jonesy has to hit the brakes. Gets through. Lee's still there. Aaron is still there. Kuska. Whoa, a little bit of contact maybe there between Zom and Ross. Zom now getting involved further back. Everyone stays on track. Blue flag now back in 12th, though he's been suffering a little bit. 2:07 on lap 4 for Blue flag. Where it went wrong for him. Lovely alternate colour livery from Blue flag. I like that. Andy not too far behind him. We saw Andy in this position in the last race before it went wrong for him. Sticking further back, but sticking with the pack and looking to take advantage of any mistakes. So, still a chance for him to make some moves. Zom is still battling with Ross. Fair play to him, he's putting up a good fight. Panda is there as well, just ahead of those two. Still, this battle continues. Oh, Zom's a bit wide. Kept it there. I think Ross has got a better exit though. He's certainly gaining on him as they come down the straight towards 130R. Where's Ross going to try and make the move? He's literally stuck to his rear bumper as they come through. Can he get a good exit? Not quite as good as Zom. Zom's had a really good exit and he's looking to make the move now on Panda, and he's got it done. Fantastic move from Zom, back up into 9th. Panda will not be happy about that. Ross pits. So Ross has pitted. Going for probably an early 1-stop rather than a 2-stopper, though it might be a 2-stopper for Ross. Probably mainly just trying to get clear of the traffic. We've got a yellow flag. Somebody has gone. It looks like Lee Cole. Yeah, I can't get hold of him at the minute, but it was definitely Lee. Saw the Viper spinning off at turn 1 there. I don't know if there was any contact. Lee is down to 12th. It looks like T. Smith has hit it as well. Or had an accident, one of the two. No, he's definitely hit fresh tyres. So an early stop for T. Smith as well. I'd wager that he is definitely going for just a longer second stint. Again, I think there's so much battling going on back here, it might be prudent, to be honest, to get out into some clean air, set some lap times, taking a look back at T. Smith. His lap times are, just a bit variable, and it's a result of the battling that's been going on between sort of him, Kuska, eventually Jonesy, Aaron, Lionessi. It's cost all of them. Garni's benefited a little bit more. He got clear a bit earlier on. You can see his time's a lot more consistent as a result. He's into third and now only 3.5 seconds behind Brett. Garni lapping a little bit quicker. Brett's still being solid though. Nowhere near the pace of Ismail though. Consistent 159s from the man in front ever since lap 2. He's been in the 159s, looking after his tyres superbly as well. There is that pit window, of course. You've got to pit between 30 minutes remaining and 10 minutes remaining. So hopefully he doesn't forget that. To be honest, that might be the only thing that can ruin his race at this point. 11 seconds clear. Not really letting up on the pace. Red will not be looking ahead to first place. He will be looking in his rearview mirrors anxiously as he sees that gap dropping to Pagani in third. Interesting battle coming up here. Aaron and Kuska. I haven't seen Aaron really be involved in too many of the fights that have been going on in this race so far. He's been in and around it, but I haven't seen him too involved, so it'll be interesting to see what happens. Aaron's looked after his tyres a little better than Kuska. Not much in it, to be fair. What can Kuska do here? There is, of course, the option coming reasonably close to halfway, a couple of laps out now. Kuska could also stop and try and go for the undercut on Aaron. Well, to be honest, it's maybe gone the opposite. Not gone quite how I thought. I don't think the tyre degradation is really affecting the lap time so far, and we're as I say, getting close to halfway. But maybe in Kuska's interest to try and make a move before the pit stop. Nothing doing there though. Ooh, bit of a wiggle out the final corner. That'll give a bit of time on the exit. So those two still stuck close together. Kuska's got the toe, moves to the inside. And again, just trying to unsettle Aaron really, rather than going for the move. Garni is gaining on Bread, but not that quickly. Still a 2-second gap. Bread giving a really good account of himself here as he chucks the Porsche in through that curve. Hits brakes and accelerates nicely off there. Ridiculous pace from Ismail up front. The only man in 159s now. Just extending his lead ever more. I have to say that Toyota's got to be good around here, you would think. It may not be as good at some of the other tracks, I will say that. very good in the sort of mid-range sweeping corners of the Toyota. But we've got Bathurst coming up next week, and that will be a different animal completely. It'll be interesting to see how he gets on there, but he will take nothing but confidence from his performances so far today. Here comes Pagani. 1.2 seconds, the leader pits. Ismail is pitting, 22 minutes to go. There he goes, Aaron is in as well. Where does Ismail come out? He comes out in 4th. Here comes Kuska, but he's not going to make it ahead. Ismail there. So Ismail out in 4th. Only 5.5 seconds off the lead, so he just has to take his time here. There's no point in trying to force it and get past people quickly. You just run the risk of an accident. He's got such a big lead. He could just sit behind Lioness here, maintain the gap, give himself some clear air, just wait for everyone else to pit, because they do have to pit. It is mandatory. We were saying in the chat, I think Keith Smith might have pitted too early. If you mean, I don't know whether you mean too early as in his tyres are going to go, or too early as in too early for the rules, in that he's going to get penalised. If you mean the latter, Fever, I think the pit window for this season is between 10 minutes in and 30 minutes in, I believe. I'm not 100% on that. You're talking more about fuel? Yeah, potentially. He's coming up to just over half tank now. I remember the Master's pretty good on fuel though. We'll see. He's currently running 10th, he's got most of the people ahead of him. Still to stop until he will make his way up the order, and the undercut might do him well with everyone else been battling. Which is what we said when he pitted, to be fair. He'll certainly make his way up to 6th place at least. His target will definitely be Kuska, and Kuska is coming in now, as is everybody else ahead of him. So on the 20-minute mark, Fred, Pagani, Lioness, and Kuska all hit. Ismail Truth goes straight back into the lead, as you would expect, and he's just got a massive gap now. His race to lose. A couple of guys carrying on. Keith Smith obviously, and it's going to be tight here, but the guys coming out of the pits. Keith Smith's got a chance here. He's come right back out into the pack. All of them just coming out together. Zom is in the mix as well. He's not pitted, so he's going to be causing trouble with his older tyres, and people attempting to get past him. It's not really his race here. Yeah, T. Smith straight past him. Zom not really giving him a lot of room, but T. Smith is past Lioness going through as well. Ooh, a little bit of a nudge from Zom. Pagani's looking interested. Oh, it's getting very tight. Zom is getting absolutely mobbed, as you would expect on the older tyres. Pagani forcing his way through as well. No quarter given from those guys. They've got a race to run. Flash of the lights from Zom, but it was always going to happen. Those guys coming out on fresh tyres, just bullying him out of it. So after all that, the undercut certainly worked for T. Smith, although he is light on fuel and light on tyres. Fuel, I think, will be okay. It's not like Tom to miscalculate something like that. Red is in 2nd. T. Smith in 3rd. Obviously with the slightly worn tyres from stopped on lap 5, I believe. Lioness right behind him in 4th, and potentially looking to make a move here as they come up towards Spoon. Lioness is on the outside. That's going to be a difficult pass, and he backs out. Tom makes the turn. Pagani just behind is looking interested as well. This is shaping up to be a fantastic finish to this race and to this evening. But it has to be said, just to remind everyone, this is not a battle for the lead. This is a battle for 2nd. Because Ismail Truth has just set a 1:59.003. There is absolutely no need for that level of pace with his 18 seconds in the lead. I will just say now, he's in in danger of, he won't know what this means, but most other people will, he's in danger of pulling an unsafe, as it's known. Pushing too hard for your own to beat your own fastest lap when you're miles in the lead. Oh my god, it's all kicking off at the back here. T. Smith is still in third, but Lionesi is all over the back of him. This is allowing Bredd to just at least maintain his second place here. He's still going, he'll be very happy with hanging on to it for this long. The guys behind him are fighting away, it's only going to help Bredd. Meanwhile, Pagani lost out a little bit. You see, Cartman in the chat saying Nessie is ahead of Pagani again. He might have fuel saved a bit, potentially, yeah. Certainly just changed around a little bit. Oh, Bredd's wide. Oh no! Oh, he's gone. Oh, disaster for Bredd. Oh, he was doing so well as well. Oh man, and he's down to. Oh no, and he's spinning again. Oh, I'm gonna look away. Oh, that's horrible for Bredd. Absolute disaster. He was doing so well as well. Seeing all those guys in his rearview mirror. It's so difficult. Oh man. Bloody hell. Oh, and he's gone, he's left the room. Oh, disaster. Oh dear, dear, dear. Well, that's a real shame, but we've still got a fantastic battle here. T. Smith, Lionesi and Pagani all battling it out for second place. Aaron in fifth. These guys are about 5 seconds behind, back ahead of them. But they're having their own battle as well, so Aaron in fifth, Kuska in sixth, and here goes Kuska to the inside. Holding Aaron off for now. Got past him. Can he hold on to it? Kuska holding his position, and not too far back is Ross, so still a chance for Ross to make up some positions. Blue flag is 8, Jonesy and Lee Cole battling it out for 9th and 10th. Pander is down in 11th, it's not been a great race for him. After his podium in race 2, Zom, Andy and Frankie at the back. And this is where the action is. T. Smith leading from Lionesi and then Pagani. Pagani getting pretty close to the back of Lionesi down the back straight here. It's so difficult to find a way past that Mercedes. Pagani looking to set his fastest lap by a comfortable margin here. These guys finally picking up the pace. Be a hell of a lap from these guys. Yeah, down to the low 159s. Same for Lionesi, same for T. Smith. Ismail just keeps getting faster, 158.8 now. For the Toyota man. I'm hanging about. 20-second lead. Just entering a little bit of a quiet period now. There's sort of 12 minutes to go. It's pretty frantic for a long time. Guy thinking about a move, but Line SE blocking him off. Still there is Pagani. To go on the outside of Spoon here, perhaps. Is he going to make it stick? Oh, he might do. Not quite. It's a bold move to go around the outside there. Couldn't quite make it happen. He'll have another opportunity down the back straight here, though. All over the back line. I see on the grass as he's trying to get past. These two battling away. It's allowing T. Smith to get clear. Tune of almost a second now. Still they carry on. And he is right there. Is he going to try and outbrake him into the chicane? No, he ducked back in. Honestly, done a good job of holding Pagani off there. Really giving T. Smith too much of an opportunity. In the background, Kuska and Aaron are still there. I think they're probably a bit too far back to be challenging. Kuska's pulled out a little bit of a gap on Aaron. Only a second, but he's done that by virtue of the fastest lap of the race, 1:58.7 Kuska. It's not a slow lap from Aaron, but Kuska putting in a phenomenal lap there. Ross, Blue Flag and Lee still fairly close together. Jones is there as well, it's all a bit spread out further back. Potentially a little battle coming up between Zom and Andy. Andy going slightly quicker. 2 minutes 0.1 there to 2 at 1.3. Oh, this battle continues. Look at this. Line SE basically being pushed around the hairpin pen by Pagani. Pagani do. Is there anything there for him? Just approaching 10 minutes to go. There's just no way through, is there? Cannot find a way through. He'll have another opportunity down into turn 1. Key for this as well is that Line SE has now lost the toe from T. Smith. T. Smith is a second ahead. And again, Pagani gets close. Again. Quite close enough. These two are completely equal. Equal on pace, equal on tyres, equal on fuel. Absolutely nothing to choose. I think second is looking a very good possibility for T. Smith now. Although his tyres obviously... Oh, there's a bit of a wiggle from Line SE there. Does that give Pagani an opportunity? Perhaps. He's managed to catch it. Just trying to put the power down a little earlier out of the hairpin. Heading up towards Spoon. Pagani's made the move up the inside. Here we go. I think he's got it. Yes, he's got him this time. Gets in front. Utilises the extra pace he got. Launching off the hairpin after the slight mistake from Line SE. That was all it took. Pagani up into third. Line SE may yet have a chance to hit back, though. He's only a 10th back. Looks to go to the outside. Surely he's not going to try and go around the outside at 130R. They are side by side coming through. He does duck back in. There's just no room to do that there. It's never going to happen. You've got to have a lot of overspeed to make that work. So Pagani into P3 for now. D. Smith 2 seconds ahead in second. Although you would think with 4 laps to go, his tyres may start to give him just a slight bit of trouble. So not nailed on for T. Smith yet, we will see. Pagani now ahead of Lionesi. Kuska in 5th is clear of Aaron now. And only 2.5 seconds behind Lionesi, so while these two have been battling, Kuska has been catching, so not over for him either. Aaron in 6th, Ross in 7th, Blue Flag in 8th. Lee Cole, Jonesy, Panda with a 1 second penalty. He's not too far behind Jonesy, but he does need to get rid of that penalty soon. And the battle that was brewing between Andy and Zom has moved on in Andy's favour, because Zom threw in a casual 2:09 on the last lap and is now 13th. And falling back into the clutches of Mikey in 14th. It'll be interesting to see if that comes to a head before the end. Ismail has not let up. 1:58.6 on his last lap. He's only getting quicker. 3 laps to go. He's 21 seconds clear. Very impressive. I know he had the advantage of starting from the front, everybody else fighting it out, but still a hugely impressive drive. Clearly got the pace. Garni slightly further ahead of Lionesi, although the toe down the back straight will be helping the Mercedes man bring that back in slightly. Indeed it does, back down to sort of 4/10. If he gets that launch off the final corner. Oh, penalty for Garni and Lionesi. Thought that was a real moment there. It may still prove to be critical, but they both ended up cutting the chicane a little bit too much. A 1 second penalty each. That could be interesting depending on what they both decide to do. Do you race for the line? Do you try and kill it? And who this might also benefit, 3 laps to go, is Kuska. So he's only 2 seconds back, and still closing. He's setting. He's taking a couple of tenths out of the guys ahead of him on that last lap. You can see Lionesi already trying to bleed off the penalty slightly, whereas Pagani is keeping his foot down. Trying to break the toe, perhaps. He's now almost there. He's over 7/10 clear. He's 3/4 of a second clear almost as Pagani. Flips that apex nicely. Gets the car slowed for the 3rd gear right-hander. And he stretched his lead now. Over Lionesi. He can clear that zone 3/4 of a second. Zone for the toe, he'll feel much more comfortable Pagani in carrying on with that penalty. 2nd place looking a lot more likely for T. Smith now. He's maintained that gap at not going quite as quick as some of the others perhaps, but maintain that gap at around 2 seconds, so he should be okay. Ismail Truth finally dropping back into the 159s after 1, 2, 3, 4 laps in the 158s. Yeah, I mean he's slowing down now. Come on, mate, pick it up. What's wrong with you? Just keep an eye on your fuel as well, just in case. You go to fuel saving. You've got the time. 2 laps to go. You should be okay. He's got less fuel than anyone else. Guy a second clear of Lionesi with a second penalty. Lionesi 9/10, so I think Pagani's plan here is just to get more than a second clear with 2 laps to go. He's also now catching T. Smith. 1:59.5 for Pagani, 1:59.8 for T. Smith. He should still be okay. The gap is now 1.6. Kuska's on the way. 1.2 behind Lionesi. This could be coming to a really intense finish. Aaron is there in 6th, probably a little too far back to make an impact. Ross on his own in 7th, Lee Collin 8th, ahead of Blue Flag now. He'll be happy about that. Panda in 10th, Jonesy further back. And he's on Mikey. That battle, unfortunately, between Zom and Mikey has not materialised. What's happened there to Mikey? not showing in his lap times, but he's dropped a lot of time to some last few laps, so I don't know what's happened there. Nonetheless, we'll keep the focus on Line S because then we can see the gaps between him, Pagani, and Kuska. You really want an extra lap on this race. They're about a second from each other. There is those penalties there, but you really want, as a neutral observer, you want that extra lap after the next one to try and bring them a little closer together. But there will only be one more lap after this for everyone, including the leader. He is proper redlining on fuel. He should just about make it. I'd be going fuel saving if I was him, but you know, just to be sure. But he'll be able to see the information. He'll know. You should know. It would turn out to be a bit of a surprise if he was that fast a driver, that consistent a driver, and you absolutely cock all about fuel. We'll see. T. Smith crosses the line for the final lap. Pagani's there. He's now just over a second ahead of Lioness, but Lioness got that penalty kill as well. So you think Pagani should be okay for third. Lioness is definitely not okay for fourth because he's got his teammate 0.6 of a second behind him, and he's got 0.9 of a second of penalty that he has to try and kill. You can only think he's going to try and do it on the line. He's going to have to. Kuska is getting closer. I'm just flicking back. I think he's okay. I think he's judged it. I hope he's judged it. He's only got half a lap to go. Yeah, he'll be fine. Half a second between Lionesi and Kuska. Kuska's going to be right on his tail. This is not going to work out for Lionesi. He's going to have to give up that place. That will help Kuska in the championship as well. It's going to be a bit of a blow for Lionesi after battling with Pagani for so long. All he had to do really was not cut that chicane just a little bit too much. He would have had a chance of getting ahead of Pagani. The rear kicks out of the hairpin. That was the mistake that cost him the place as well. Another lap or two, you'd probably be seeing Kuska challenge for third here and challenging for a podium. Not going to get that. Round the final corner with just enough fuel comes in Ismail Truth. What a drive that was. Still finishing in the 159s. He takes first place. Thoroughly deserved. Mikey has finished in 14th lap early. T. Smith will hold on to his tyres, come through for second, assuming he gets out of the final chicane, which he does. Pagani will be third, but now we've got Lionesi with that penalty. He's going to try and kill it on the line, I imagine, but he's still not going to. He's just going to let Kuska through, I think. Yeah, he's just going to finish. Kuska takes fourth. Lionesi relegated to fifth. It still looked really good drive from him. Aaron, consistent, but the pace not quite there in the end to keep up with the others. He takes sixth. Ross comes home in seventh. It'll be Lee winning this battle with the blue flag. He comes across the line for eighth, blue on line. Panda, Jonesy, Andy, and Tom all spread out across for the finish. Oh, what a great race. That had a little bit of everything. We had the chaos at the beginning, we had the drama, we had people spinning off, we had the unfortunate exit for Red after doing so well in second place for over half the race. And then we had the battling between Lionesi and Pagani in particular, and then the penalties, which ended up costing the Mercedes man overtaken by his teammate on the line. Team Mazda hitting back courtesy of that second place T. Smith. The victory goes to, on his debut week, R8 is now true. Fantastic drive, mate. Very, very well done. Absolutely a welcome addition to the league. We look forward to seeing him in future weeks. Right. We are done. Another brilliant week of racing. We've seen once again, we've seen 3 different winners, adding of course to our number of victors as well. Everybody trying to fight and get in for a victory. just brilliant racing all round. Thank you very much to those that are watching live. Hope everybody watching it back enjoys it as well. Not a problem, Fever and Cartman. Not a problem at all. Really hope to see you guys back on the track soon as well. We'll be getting back onto GT7 at some point, but for now this is more than adequate, I would say. This has been a brilliant league to watch so far, and we're only 3 weeks in. We will see you next week for Bathurst. Alright, thank you very much again. Have a good evening.